You might have best coach in this world. You might have world-class doctors and physios and a great facility where you can train. The foam roller concept is very old now and I have been using it from past 20 years. Nothing beats knowing yourself more than anyone else. So today this workout is just for foam rolling. Entire body foam rolling takes about 30 minutes minimum. I suggest to do it twice a week for every person who wants to stay fit and healthy. And if you have any sort of musculoskeletal injuries, no matter it's a knee, hip, ankle, back, shoulder, wherever it is, try to do the entire body foam rolling every single day to release the tightness from the muscles, which can cause different sorts of pains and aches in different areas of the body. You might not ever guess that these muscles are very tight, and that can relate the pain which you might feel some other part of the body. So let's get started with the foam rolling session with Coach Gagan. Starting with the right calf, we will place the foam roller right in the center of the mat. Try to listen to instructions carefully, and every rolling pattern is connected with a movement. So try to release and then move the joints which connects to that muscle later on. Starting with the right calf, foam roller is in the lower half of your shin. So from your knee, if you measure the distance from the ankle to the knee, you start somewhere in the center and then you roll bottom half of the calf first. Overload with other leg, both hands on the ground. Anytime if you feel that hands are a bit achy, you can do some wrist relief stretch if you feel like. This engages your core as well, so it's a good core workout for the beginners also. Try to roll back and forth, lower half of your right calf 5 times. So there is a programming attached, 5 repetitions of up and down, lower half of the calf. Then you hold at the tight spot. You place the other foot right on the top. Try to rotate that ankle 5 times clockwise and 5 times anti-clockwise. Repeat this twice. So we roll back and forth again 5 times at the same side. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Hold on the tight spot, overload with other foot, draw 5 circles with the ankle. 2, 3, 4 and 5. Reverse 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Moving towards the upper half of the calf, we start at the exact same position in the middle of the shin. Overload with other leg, lift your hips up, roll back and forth up to the knee, upper half of the calf 5 times, right in the center. 3, 4 and 5. Hold on the tight spot or not if you feel any. Else you could just hold it in the center of the belly, that's okay. And then push the upper leg into the calf, lift your hip up, try to stretch the toe towards your face and slap it down 5 times. 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now you rotate your leg inward about 45 degrees, overload with other leg, lift your hip up. We are still at the same side, just the hip angle has been changed. So you release the medial side of the calf 5 times, upper half of the calf. Hold on the tight spot if you have any. Stretch the ankle up and down 5 times. 3, 4 and 5. Now we move to the lateral edge. So rotate your leg outside slightly. Overload with other leg. Lift your hip up. Rolling up close to the knee and down halfway to the shin. 2, 3, 4 and 5. Hold on the tight spot. Ankle goes up and down. 2, 3, 4 and 5. Relax. Moving up to the right hamstring. Start just behind the knee if you can. If you have enough hip mobility, you can reach up above the knee to overload the leg. Lift your hip up, roll down and up. You can reach really up high, close to the bum, and all the way down to the knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Rotate your legs slightly outside, 45 degrees. From the knee, again, up to your pelvis. Cross-legged if possible. If it's really hard for you, you can keep this foot on the side. Rotating the leg slightly to the right hand side. From the knee, behind the knee, reaching up to your hip. 1, 2, 3. Here you have some range. 4. So if you find any tight or sore spot here, you can hold on that spot and try to rub your leg right to left. 5, 4, 3, to release the tightness from the fascia and the muscle. And 5. Now you roll your leg inward and reaching up to the groin by rotating the leg in medial side of the hamstrings. We get a good deep massage, reaching up to the highest possible point towards the groin. 3, 4, and 5. Hold at the top point. You might feel some tightness here. Again, you go left to right like wiper blades 5 times. Any spot which is tight or sore, you can repeat the entire set for 2 to 3 times on the same spot. The ideal range is about 60 to 90 seconds at one spot. You can hold and try to release and move that hip or knee, ankle, whatever joint you are moving, for a few repetitions to get the release. The max time you hold at a spot is 90 seconds. Right hip. Try to sit on the back pocket area first, bending both knees at 90 degrees. Both feet are on the ground. You are tilted slightly towards your right hand side, and the roller is just on the back pocket area of the right hip. Left hand can go on the right knee. Slowly roll down as deep as you can. So this comes close to the elastic of your shorts or your lower, and return back slowly that entire glute. 2, slowly roll down. You are completely on the right side of your glute, right hip. 3, very slowly try to release. Find the tight spot or knots first. 4, and last one. If you find a knot or tight spot, try to hold on that spot and breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2. Precise movements. Try to lift that foot off the ground. Keep the knee bent. Try to draw circles with your right knee. 1, 2. So that moves the hip joint. It's a ball and socket joint. It should have some mobility to rotate. Switch direction. 1. Draw circles with the knee. 3, 4. This can be very sore with few people. So go slow and take your time to release the tightness, and then try to move that joint. Starting with the left calf, everything on the left now. Left half, starting from the center of your shin, cross leg position, lift your hip up, roll down and up towards the heel, and back to the center. 2, 3, 4, 5. Repeat it twice. Place the foot right on the top, ankle rotations, 5 circles. 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Repeat. Lower half of the calf. It's sometimes very tender with people who stand for long or you run a lot. 3, 4, 5. Hold on the tight spot. Overload. Ankle rotations. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Moving up to upper half of the calf. Lift your hip up again, right in the center of your calf belly. Roll up and down very close to the knee. 5, 4, 3. You might feel some knots or tightness here. 2 and 1. Else, just hold it in the center of the calf. Overload, stretch the toe towards your face and slap it down. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then we go medial side. Rotate your leg inward about 45 degrees. Overload with other foot. Lift your hip up slightly. Roll back and forth. Coming closer to the knee and going back to the center of the shin. 2, 3, 4 and 5. Hold on the tight spot. Ankle goes up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Rotate the leg towards outside edge of your calf. Overload with other leg if you can. Lift your hips up. Roll back and forth to the lateral calf. 2, 3, 4. In my opinion, it's your duty to release those tight spots or knots on daily basis. If you face any issues while rolling, try to release those personal tight trigger points every single day. Ankle up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It just makes you a better human being as a biomechanically strong human. From knee up to the hip, starting with the left hamstring center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rotate your legs slightly outside, about 45 degrees, lateral hamstrings. If you wish, you can overload with the other leg also. Roll back and forth. Take it up closer to the hip. 2, 3, 4. If you find very tight spots here, some might have. So hold on that spot and just do some left to right movements to release the tightness from the fascia to the muscle. 5. Rotate same leg inward, reaching up from hamstring to the groin. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Hold on the top spot, the tight spot you might find here, and then wiper blades again 5 times. It's medial side of the hamstring attaching to your adductors or inner thigh, reaching up to the groin. 5. Nasty place to have a pain. Cross left hip. Set yourself into a back pocket area. Both feet are grounded, knees bend at 90 degrees. Turn left side now towards 45. Right hand goes on the left knee. You roll all the way down up to the waist and slowly roll back to the entire glute. I'm sitting just on the left hip. My right hip, right glute is off the roller. 3, 4. Going slow is the key. So if you rush very fast, you will miss all the tight spots there. Try to go slow and scan yourself nicely before you rush to next spot. So if you find a tight spot, just try to hold it there. Breathe, lift the leg up, and you need to draw circles with your knee. 2, 3, 4 and 5. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Seems all good here. Now we start with the back. Try to sit on the mat with chest prouder. Try to place the roller just above your lumbar spine so you can rest easily, keeping your chin up, keeping your hands close to the body. Cross arms, elbows closer to the body. Lift your hip up just off the ground and roll back and forth. Just about 2 to 3 inches. You are not going up towards the shoulder blade yet. So you are in the middle back area, the thoracic spine. 5 times back and forth. Now you hold on the tight spot. This is a very sweet spot for many. Elbows go up to the ceiling. Rotate towards your right hand side about 45 degrees again and try to roll back and forth just about 2 to 3 inches. Right there. 3, 4 and 5. Rotate towards your left hand side 45 degrees. Roll back and forth just about 2 to 3 inches. In the middle back. 2, 3, 4, and 5. If you feel like, you can repeat the task one more time. 1, I'm just enjoying it. 2, 3, 4, 5, and rotate left. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You can place your hip back down. Both hands go behind your head. Bring your elbows closer to your head, and very slowly you can roll back on your shoulder blades right in the center till the base of the neck. Entire shoulder blade right in the middle. Roll back and forth 5 times. 3. Sorry for the sound coming from the roller and the mat. 4 and 5. Hold in the center. Reach up with both arms. Slightly crunch. Rotate towards your right hand side. So your right shoulder blade is in contact with the roller now. Right. Up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arms go to the left. Imagine holding a basketball between your hands. Compress. And then roll the left shoulder blade. 1, 2. This one is super sore. 3, 4, and 5. Relax. Now I want you to sit back on the mat, placing the roller strategically right at the lower end of your shoulder blade. Shoulder blade jahan pe khatam ho raha hai, just there. Place both hands behind your head. Try to open up your chest. Let your elbows drop down and fall back. Breathe deeper. Thoracic spine will open up and your chest feels opened up. And you breathe deeper. Return back. One more time. Inhale. Drop your elbows on the sides. Fingers are locked behind your head. And you breathe deeper. Just come up slightly so that your upper body is parallel to the ground. Roller is right there, just on the lower end of your shoulder blades. Try to do a few side bends that will open up the fascia of your shoulder blades. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Return back and relax. Starting with the quadriceps. So in quadriceps, we target 4 sides. One is right in the center. One is 45 degrees on the side, which is the big muscle on the side. And then we have IT band where you see the side seam, and then we do the adductor. So we have 4 subsections of the quadricep rolling. Try to figure out the positions and the cues that you need to follow to release the tightness from the quads. That's highly responsible for your knee pain. Let's start with the right quadricep. Left knee on the mat, both elbows on the ground, starting just above the kneecap. So from here, I want you to crawl down. If you have enough range from the shoulders, you can go all the way down, or you can crawl down on the elbows and try to reach up very close to the hip and roll back up to the knee. We need to do the entire from knee to the hip range 5 times. 2, roll down. It's a big stroke connecting your hip and the knee. 3, roll down. Return back. 4, roll down. Return back. 5, roll down. Return back. Now while coming back, you need to hold at the tightest possible spot or a knot if you have felt already, or you can hold it in the middle of your knee and the hip, somewhat here in the center of the thigh. That also works if you have not figured out a tight spot. If you have a tight spot, hold on that spot. Take a deep breath. On the tight spot, you roll up and down 1 inch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on the tight spot. Rub right to left. Wiper blades. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now at the same point, you need to bend that knee so that you open the fascia and the muscles and let the blood flow increase and release the tightness from the fascia. 4 and 5. Coming back. Now you slightly rotate to the lateral thigh. So rotate your lower leg about 45 degrees. Stay on the right elbow and left hand. So I'm diagonal right now, not 100% on the side flank area. We start as close as possible to the knee and slowly drive down up closer to the hip. And return back to the knee. This area can be very sore and very tight. One of the strongest muscle in your quad. Reaching up closer to the hip and reaching back down closer to the knee. This is third. Release from top to bottom. 5 big strokes. 4. So programming is important. Don't miss the programming part. Don't just brush up and go. If you really want to work on those tight tissues by yourself, you must follow the regime. 5 strokes and then hold on the tightest spot you found right there in the thigh. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rub up and down just 1 inch. Roll. 2, 3, 4, 5. Wiper blades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now bend the knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Now we go all the way on the side seam or IT band area. Should be facing that side. Set yourself into an elbow plank position. The roller goes closer to the knee. The base leg, the leg which we are rolling on, is fully extended. The upper leg can go at front to reduce the pressure. If this is way too easy for you, you can place upper leg on top of the base leg. So we can start here, closer to the knee, reaching up. I want you to really cross that waistline and reach up deeper and roll back slowly, close to the knee. 2, again, reach down, really deep, high, cross that point. You just feel that there is a bone, hip bone. Try to go over that point and release up to the somewhat elastic of your shorts or lower and return back. This is 4th rep. Turn and 5th. Return. Hold on the tight spot if you find any. I have something very close to the knee. You can place the upper leg here to let your base leg bend. Try to bend that knee and extend 4 times. 2, 3, 4, and 5. If you have very tight IT bands, try to roll it at least 2 times on each side. Now, the 4th side, the adductor. For this, you need to keep your roller vertical and you rest your right knee on top of it. Your knee is in line with the hip, other leg is now straight. Both elbows are on the ground. The roller is just about an inch above the knee. Now you roll side to side 5 times, very close to the knee. You might feel this is very tender. It's okay, just breathe and stay there. Now shuffle up and down from the hip 5 times, and then you do 5 football kicks. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go to this twice, side to side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shuffle up and down. 1, 2. Just rubbing the skin across the roller, and then football kicks 5 times. 3, 4, and 5. Now we go over the roller and deeper into the groin. If you find something here in the middle, do exact same thing what we did on the knee. But idea is to reach up to the groin area as high as possible and loading it 100% with your body weight. So tuck your toe, place your elbows on the ground. My left side is up in the air, my right leg is up in the air. Total load is on the right groin area, and I brush up and down, keeping that load into the tendon of adductors, reaching up to the pelvis. 5 times. Slightly shuffle right to left, and up and down 5 times. And we are done with the inner thigh. Everything on the left hand side now. So we have 4 things, 4 points to release on the left quadricep. Both elbows on the ground, starting position, right knee is bent on the side. We are starting 1 inch above the left knee. From knee up to the hip, a big stroke, and slowly return back. Slow is the key to find out the sore spots. 2, reach down as deep as possible. Again, crawl back up. 3, reach down as deep as possible and crawl back up. 4, reach down up to the hip and crawl back. 5, reach down up to the hip. While coming back, try to hold on the tight spot if you find any, or you can hold in the center of the thigh, works. From here, you breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Roll up and down just 1 inch on the tight spot or not. 4, 5. Rub your leg right to left. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then bend the knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Relax. Return back to the starting point. Rotate your body 45 degrees. Stay on the left elbow and right hand. Turn your leg slightly inward so that you start on the lateral quadricep. Close to the knee, reaching up very slowly, close to the hip, and return back to the knee. 5 big strokes. 2, turn back. 3, return back. 4, return back. And 5. While coming back, try to hold on the tightest spot you have found, or if you found some knot, hold it there. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Roll up and down 1 inch. 1, 2, 3 on the tight spot. 4, 5. Viper blades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then bend the knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 2 sides done. 2 more to go. Left side IT band, the side seam of your shorts. Start into a side plank position. Start very close to the knee. Upper leg can come at front if it's way too hard, else you can keep it on the top. From the knee, slowly roll down to the highest possible position, close to the waist, and return back slowly. 2, roll down, up to the waist, return back very slowly. 3, roll down, up to the waist, return back, 4, up to the waist, return back, and last one, up to the waist. While coming back, you hold on the tightest spot or somewhere in the center between the knee and the hip. That works. Upper leg comes at front. Try to bend the base knee. 1, 5 times. 2, 3, to release the tightness from the IT band that is generally tight with all the endurance athlete. Relax. Last one on the left hand side, the inner thigh. Roller goes vertical for this one. Again, knee is in line with the hip. You place the roller about 2 inches above the knee. Both elbows are on the ground. Right toe is tucked into somewhat elbow plank position. You roll side to side. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold. Shuffle the knee up and down. 5, 4, 3. Rub across the roller. And then 5 football kicks. 2, 3, 4, and 5. We repeat this one more time. Right to left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rub the knee up and down. 1, 2, 4, 5. And then kick. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly roll inward towards the groin. If you find anything again between this point and the groin, you do the exact same thing what we did right close to the knee. It's rare, but it can happen. Adductors can be very, very tight for few people. Reach up to the highest possible position on the groin. Right toe is tucked. Everything is off the ground. Left leg is also off the ground. You rub right in the inner thigh 5 times. Then you roll side to side 5 times. And then rub up and down again. The fascia and the tendons all attached down to your pelvic floor and your pelvis. 5 times. Relax. So this was a good rolling session. Try to practice it at least twice a week for health purposes, and if you have any sort of injuries or musculoskeletal issues, try to do it every single day at least 6 times a week. Hope this helps. Keep rolling. Train with Gagan.